What's going on, everybody? You're listening to the Point2Point NHL Recap Show, Season 3, Episode 6. I'm Pascal Pryor, joined by Mark Alak. Mark, before we get into the whole podcast today, I know we have a little dispute here we gotta settle on the podcast. That Minnesota Wild goal against the Nashville Predators earlier on in this week, what was your take on the goal? Do you think it should have been allowed?
Surprised you're getting right into it. Usually asking me how I'm doing, and you're usually asking me how I'm doing, how's my week going. We're just getting right into it today. I mean, it kind of happened right after we last recorded, right? And I was like, do you agree with the call? And you were like, yes. And I was like, wow, I don't. Let's save it for this moment, right? So the way the play unfolded, like, I will be honest, just leading up to the whole point with Annunen hitting the post off, a lot of people didn't see that 20 seconds before he had slid into the post, and it actually, like, the peg slightly came out of the net. So, because I kind of felt like when he slid over, it didn't come off. Like, it was pretty easy for him to get the net off, right? And some people say that goalies always mean to do it. I'll be honest with you, when I played goalie, I can't tell you I ever really intentionally tried to hit the net off. I don't know if that's just me and other goalies are different, but a lot of the times it looks like they're like pushing off the net and they're pushing the net off, but they're actually just using it as like a force to try and get back to go the other side, right? Because they have to put all their momentum on that strong side. Regardless of that, it doesn't really matter if Annunen meant it or not, right? But the problem I have with it being a goal is that the shot that Johansson took that didn't go in and hit the side of the net, if the net was on its mornings, you can't tell me that that puck was coming straight back out in front of the net to Johansson for him to put into the quote-unquote wide open net.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, the way the ruling is written, it's kind of contradictory or whatever the hell the word is to say, because people have said that, and then the return argument is, oh, well, that's hypothetical, like if the net was like on. And it's like, well, the ruling is based off of if the net was on its mornings. So it's like, it's kind of contradicting to like say, oh, if the net was on its mornings, like that wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? I honestly think that the puck would have like hit the side of the net and like went to like behind the net, and then he probably would have had to like reach and get the puck or like take a couple strides. Like it wouldn't have been that far from him. But like what I'm saying is like I don't think it would have been a guaranteed goal. And it's like I think the deliberate quote unquote scoring chance was the first chance, or the imminent, whatever word they used. Imminent scoring opportunity. I don't think a second opportunity is an imminent opportunity. That's the problem I have with the goal.
See, I would say it is, though. Like, I would say it is, because let's say they blow that dead. It's like the Nashville Predators are getting a complete bailout there, right? Because then it's like you have a face-off, you can change your lines, like you give you guys a break, and this is an overtime too, right? It's like Minnesota has all the momentum, all the pressure there, and if that play is fully blown dead, it's like that is a big takeaway from them. I agree with you on the fact that, like, look at that puck. Like, if the net was on its mornings, like, that puck's most likely going to end up behind the net. But for me, like, when I'm watching the replay, what I'm seeing from Annunen, like, it looks like he's sliding over to that side that Kaprizov is on with the puck, right? And then you can kind of see he hits the post, but it doesn't really look like he ever tries to slide back to the other side. Like, it kind of looks like he hits the post and he just goes straight through it. And then there's also a little bit of that, like, arm movement after, which I think kind of looks a little bit incriminating for him.
One thing I'll ask you and say is, like, are you not somewhat surprised that the whistle didn't go, at least like even after his first shot? Like, I think a lot of the players literally just thought, holy shit, the net is so far off. Like, basically besides Johansson, and like everyone's thinking the play is over. And like, honestly, I think Annunen's thinking the same thing. Like he was kind of like on the first chance, like probably like, oh shit. Like, and then it's like he gets the rebound and whatever. And he's kind of like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. I feel like I've never seen that ever happen. That it's never been that like outrageous to me with the net being off. I honestly just disagree with it, because I think reading the entire rule, like it makes sense until the last sentence to me, when it says the attacking player must have an imminent scoring opportunity prior to the goalpost being displaced, and it must be determined that the puck would have entered the net between the normal position of the goalpost. See, I just look at the word imminent, and imminent means that it's about to happen. And what just happened after the net went off is Johansson missed his shot, and he got a second opportunity. And you can't guarantee that puck was going to be back if the net was on its moorings. Because I just have a problem with them saying the net in the normal position of the goalpost. Meanwhile, the goal is being called when the net, because of a secondary play that happened with the net not being in its place of its goalpost. You know what I mean? That's the problem I have with it being a goal. If that first shot goes in, I have no issue with it being a goal. Absolutely. But that second shot to me just makes such a big difference. And the fact that if it hit the post and came back to him, it's like, okay. But like if it missed, dude, like it was going to miss the net, and you can't guarantee that the net is literally sideways and the puck bounces straight back to him. Like that's not going to happen, that if the net was in its normal position. So I honestly think outcome, if I had my decision, is I think that Minnesota should have had a 2-minute power play for delay a game on and then hitting the post off.
See, I would have been happy with that as well. I just think it's like when you're the NHL and you're looking at it nowadays, it's like you really want these more high scoring games, more goals, right? Like that's better for viewership. And it's like, from what I've seen and from what I've heard, Edmonton in that game was knocking the net off more than once. So apparently I heard that the refs were kind of, and the players were kind of like done with it. And then what happened again in overtime, I think it was kind of like that final straw, right? So like I am pretty 50-50 on it, but I do see why you are kind of leaning towards the offense there, because it's better for viewers. And also it's like if Edmonton had been doing that all game long, it's like you kind of lose giving him the benefit of the doubt, right? Like it's like at that point it's like, okay, like this has happened more than once now in the game. Like we can't really for sure say it's an accident anymore. And the other thing is like, just from what I saw from him, like I think if he was sliding over to that side that Kaprizov is on, and then he quickly goes to slide back, and it's him sliding back that causes the net to go off, I think I'm more fine if they like don't call that a goal. For me, it's just like his momentum never changes from sliding towards the post to sliding the other way. It's like he kind of slides toward the post and then just slides right through, right? Like you don't really ever see a shift in momentum or a body shift going back to Johansson's way, which
I also think it's like what I said though. Like, so I wonder if he was trying to use the post kind of as like momentum to get back, and he just like didn't have that momentum anymore, and that's why he didn't really like give an effort, right? Like that doesn't really matter in accordance to the goal, but I don't know. I feel like there's just one thing as a goalie that I've kind of realized sometimes is like you need to like you almost use the post as an advantage a lot, like sometimes, you know what I mean? So because also like the puck is so small, and it's like if you're not like really up against it and stuff, like these guys are so good, like they can pick the smallest corner, side, right? Yeah. So it's like imagine trying to like be up against the post, and like it's like, yeah, some of these goalies probably do it on purpose. Like I'm not saying like just because I didn't doesn't mean that others don't, but I'm sure there are times where like guys are like, you can tell right when the game starts too. Like you can be like, holy fuck, this post is like not on tonight. Like I had nights where I was hitting the post off all the time, and I'm like telling the ref I lift up the net and the peg is this big, and I'm like, dude, like it's like I'm sliding post to post when like there's a pass behind the net and like the net's coming off. It's like I'm putting like 20% of my force into it and it's coming off. It's like, what do you want me to do, right? So like I don't know. It's different in the NHL though, right? It's obviously so like the pegs are so much different and better. Fuck, and
the ice surface is so
killed for those, man. Jeez.
It was definitely a weird goal, and I'm definitely hoping we never see this again and get into some sort of argument over it. But hey, I'm curious what fans online think, because it seems like a lot of people are pretty like 50-50 on should it be a goal, should it not have been a goal. let's get right into the first team on today's episode. It's another season and another slow start for the Edmonton Oilers. They currently have a 6-6-4 record, along with a -10 goal differential. Mark, are you at all worried for the Edmonton Oilers right now?
Man, I don't know. I watched that game on Saturday and I was like, man, this is rough. Like this is not good. Like obviously Colorado's looking pretty good at the same time. You got to give them credit. They scored freaking 5 yesterday against Vancouver too, right? Um, but dude, it's not even just like that game. Like I feel like they haven't looked right. Like didn't I text you a couple weeks ago and I was like, I don't think Edmonton like looks right now.
Yep.
Like, I don't think it's really been just like a short stretch here. Like McDavid was saying to the media, I think last week or a couple weeks ago, like, all right, this is kind of enough. Like, we gotta get going here. Like, and they come out with that kind of effort. Like, it's just really rough. Like, they're 13th in the West right now. Like,
Yeah, it's not great.
it's tough. 6-6-4, 16 points. Um, they got a huge game tonight on Prime against the Blue Jackets, dude. Like, I mean that's definitely not a team they can take lightly. Like that they can score goals, right? Like you don't want to get in a back and forth. I mean, like no one wants to get in a back and forth scoring matchup with the Oilers, but I mean, if Columbus hits their stride, probably don't want to get in a back and forth matchup with them either, right? So, um, they've been pretty good at home though. Like that I mean, that's a positive. They've been bad on the road. They're 4-1-2 at home, but 2-5-2 on the road. Um, their power play's been really good. I mean, that's a positive. Like it's 33% basically.
Yeah.
Like so it's not like that's a huge struggle, but like the 5-on-5 play from a lot of different guys hasn't really been that great. And their PK's been pretty good too. Like they're 12th in the league in PK right now. It's like 81%. So special teams hasn't really been the problem for them. It's been kind of like their 5-on-5 play. I mean, are you surprised that they're 16th in the league in goals for right now with 47? Like
Yeah,
that's
I
kind
am.
of that's
I
pretty
am.
like that's mid pack, and that's for a team like Edmonton who's got like two like the best player in the world and like another top 5, 3 player in the world. Like that's pretty concerning, I think, right?
For me, it's like when I look at the Oilers, I'm not throwing up the white flag on the season. Like it's way too early for that. I'm not overly nervous about this team. Like I still think they're going to be a playoff team. But if I was in the Oilers organization, like I would be a little bit more nervous this season, given the slow start compared to seasons past. Because seasons past, it's like the Pacific was really a cakewalk. Where it's like you're seeing this season, the Pacific. I'm not saying it's a big tough division, but like it's definitely a better division than it has been in seasons past, right? It's like this year, I'd say the only team that maybe is an easy win would be against the Calgary Flames. Outside of that, it's like even San Jose, like when you're playing San Jose, like they're not going to be an easy out, right? So for that fact, I think it's going to be a bit harder for the Oilers to maybe have the comeback that they have had compared to the last couple of seasons. And then you're kind of looking at it and you're like, if you're the Oilers, you kind of got to finish 1, 2, 3 in the Pacific, because if you're finishing as a wild card team, like you really don't want to be finishing as a wild card team, because most likely you're either going to play the Vegas Golden Knights in the first round of the playoffs, or you're going to play one of the big dogs from the Central Division, right? So I guess when I look at it in that perspective, like I am a little bit worried for the Oilers, because it's like I still think they'll make the playoffs, but now it's like, man, do I really think that they have enough to come back and finish top 3 in the Pacific? Like I'm not 100% sure on that from what I've seen with this team, and from what I've seen with the rest of the teams in the Pacific Division. And like as you mentioned, Mark, the big four on the Edmonton Oilers, like I'm not overly worried from what I've seen from them. Bouchard, he's had his moments this year where he's looked more than a liability defensively. The big issue for me on the Oilers is, where is the secondary scoring at, dude? Like they're not getting any secondary scoring, man. I have the full point totals up right in front of me. After the big four on the Edmonton Oilers, can you tell me who their next highest scoring player is and how many points they have this season?
I mean, I have their forward score right in front of me. I don't know if you're talking about including defense, but like, yeah, no, I see it's Roslovic. Like he's
It's
been pretty good actually. Like I mean, Nuge has obviously been really good. He's not playing
yeah,
though for a couple weeks. I don't know if you saw that. But yeah, no, they're not getting much, dude. Like Henrique's only got a couple points. Like your boy Ike Howard's not really been producing too much through his
nope.
NHL career. Neither is Savoy though either, right? So. Um, I kind of felt like, didn't I mention that like this could be a possibility where like those young guys just don't come in and produce at a high level, and it's like, to be honest, as much as McDavid and Draisaitl have been completely fine, like they do have another level to their game that we've seen, right? Like I feel like you could ask for more from like every single player on this team. Like it's not
Yeah,
like one guy's been running away and been playing unreal. You know what I mean? I'm kind of surprised like that Tomasek guy hasn't been a little bit more producing wise. He kind of looked good near the beginning of the season, and he just
yeah, he did.
hasn't really done anything offensively. Even Mangiapane, he had a hot start. Like he hasn't really done much either. So yeah, I mean it's kind of a concern, dude. Like they're not this. They need Hyman back. I wonder if that can bring a spark to their team.
Yeah,
I heard on the broadcast yesterday he's either going to be playing or skating in the next 10 days. I don't know which one it was, to be honest. So I mean, we'll see him back soon, regardless. Hopefully, he can give a spark to their team. How do you not sit there though if you're Stan Bowman, like after that game, especially? And I know it's not fully on either of them, but it's like, how do you not look at that and be like, all right, enough's enough. Like we need to do something with our goaltending that isn't Pickard and Skinner.
I just think
Like
it's when you're looking at it, if you're Stan Bowman, it's like, what are you gonna have to give up to make that kind of move? And like, what's even out there right now, right? Like, doesn't really seem like there's too many options for him right now. Well,
not really, but I mean, even it's like I just think it's like you need a change. Like think about even Colorado last year. Like they go and trade Annunen for like Wedgwood. Like why
yeah.
can't something like that be a possibility? Like everyone's just saying, oh, they need to go out and get a starting goalie. It's like, yeah, that would be ideal, but like you said, it's not really a possibility right now. Like the only starting goalie that I think that could maybe be available if you persuade them, and you'd still have to give up a lot, is Saros. That I think that's one of the only guys you could maybe, but I'm not even convinced. Maybe they don't even want to get rid of him. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Why can't you just go out and do a move like Colorado did? Like, why can't you trade Pickard and like a mid pick for like an upgraded backup goalie that can make a difference? Like, I don't know. I just think at
So
this point, it's like you're just running it back, and it's like it's not gonna work, dude. Like, you need to figure out something else.
I wanna ask you something to follow up on this then. What do you like? How soon do you think we see who? Sorry, who? I'm having a full blank here. Who did they pick up from Utah in the offseason? Connor Ingram,
Connor
right?
Ingram.
How soon do you think we might see Connor Ingram here in the NHL? Because I
I'm gonna
think
be
it's like
honest with you,
they
not
were
very
kind of
soon.
yeah,
He has an 848 save percentage in the AHL right now in 4 games. I don't think it's happening soon, dude.
and it's like if it's not happening there, it's like I kind of feel like that was the move that they were kind of planning to be the shake-up move in net, and it hasn't really worked out too soon. And now it's like I feel like Stan Bowman and the Oilers are kind of looking at it like we could make a move here, but if we make a move, like it's going to be most likely a high asking price. And I'm not necessarily like for the Oilers who don't have a whole lot of assets that they can kind of give up in trades outside of guys that are already on their team right now. It's like if I'm the Oilers, I don't really know if I want to rush and make like a move to move on from Calvin Pickard. I want to give it maybe another 5 to 10 games, and then if we're in the same position, like at that point, I think I'd be like, okay, yeah, now I'm more ready to kind of burn off some of our assets, right? Because if you're the Oilers, like you mentioned Soros, right? Like Soros is the one guy who's a starter. Maybe you can go out and get him.
Oh, I
I
don't
don't.
think it's gonna happen though.
I don't think the Oilers have anything really that Nashville would look at and be like, oh yeah, well, like that's enough for UC Soros, right? And then if you are gonna go and do a move for for a backup goalie and ship out Pickard, then that really is the Oilers kind of giving up on the whole Connor Ingram situation. And I don't know if it's, I do think it's a bit too early to give up on that, right? Like, as you mentioned, he's played 4 games in the AHL. Let's see where we are in a week to 2 weeks. And maybe then it's like you are either calling up Ingram then or you're moving on from Pickard and seeing if you can get an upgrade at your backup position. Mark, I want to ask you one final thing here for the Oilers. After 82 games, where do you think these guys will finish in the standings?
Yeah. Oh, um, yeah, I agree with you, and I still am convinced they're going to make the playoffs. I don't think it's going to end up being that bad, but I will say that um, it's definitely gone different in their division than I would have anticipated.
Yeah.
Especially like with the Ducks doing well. Even Seattle's looking pretty solid right now. You know what I mean? The Sharks are above 500 too. Um, I'm gonna say that they'll finish third in their division, not get home ice.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think they'll finish third. I think Seattle will probably follow the top three there. I think Anaheim might finish two based off what we've been seeing from them, but I'm going to say the Oilers finish third. Let's move on over to the Metro Division. Another team off to a slow start is the Washington Capitals. They currently sit seventh in the Metro with a 7-7-1 record. Mark, does this team worry you at all right now?
Yeah, kind of a little bit, dude. I feel like this is what a lot of people predicted, and I didn't kind of think it was going to happen. But they're off to like a pretty mediocre start right now. I would say
Yeah.
like they haven't been too impressive. Um, the one thing I will say, like diving deeper into like some of their numbers, is they've been they've been okay 5-on-5 for the most part. They haven't been like any like great or anything like that, but their special teams has been like pretty bad, dude. Um, they're 28th in the league in power play percentage right now with 14.9, and they're 27th in penalty kill percentage with 71.7. So like
Yeah, not
their
stellar.
special teams has really been costing them. Um, did you know that as a 500 team, they have the lowest goals against in the league right now, though?
Yeah, I'm not
They've
surprised
let
by that.
37 goals. Logan Thompson's been playing
He's
really well, dude. Very good. If they really don't take him on Canada because of the Cassidy Aiden Hill thing, I think that's fucked up. Man.
They will. They will. Because at this point, like
They will not
Montem,
take him, or they'll take him.
no, they have to take him. It's like Montembeau this year. Like the guy's barely even the starter on his own team right now. And I'm
Barely
not
the
saying there's,
starter. He's barely been an NHL goalie until the past two
yeah.
games.
And then it's like Bennington's looked horrendous this year as well. Bennington's probably still a lock, but it's like I think two of the guys that made Team Canada last year as the goaltenders probably won't be on the team this year.
You don't think Aiden Hill's making it?
No.
See, the thing is, I think they're gonna take him, but I don't think he should make the team.
Yeah.
Who
I
else would you
think
take?
I think Logan Thompson's my number one. I'm taking him. And
Well,
then
Logan Thompson, Binnington, and who?
probably Darcy Kemper. I think it's like he
Okay,
had a phenomenal
yeah,
year
I'd be
last
fine
year.
with that.
He's keeping it up again this year, but
He's been pretty good this year too. Like he's been his save percentage is like league average, but he's been underlying numbers. He's been pretty solid. Like
yeah.
Blackwood, it's like I haven't seen enough sample size from him this year yet. If he gets super hot, maybe he's in contention, but I don't think there's a whole lot of time left for him. I don't think he's really in the race, to be honest. I think the injury to start the year kind of really hurt him. So maybe Kemper will be in the race. I agree though. Montembeau cannot. I know he probably wouldn't even play anyway, but he cannot be taken this year, dude. Last year, I agreed he probably deserved it. He played really well overall, but this year, nah, I would change it up. Bennington, I agree. He can be playing this bad until Olympics, and they would still take him.
Yeah.
Like he's and the fact that he was so clutch in the last game, it's like I'm okay with them taking him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think when you look at Logan Thompson, it's just what he's doing for Washington so far this year again. It's like he's been unbelievable again, man. It's really hard not to look at Logan Thompson and say that this guy isn't like a top tier goalie within the NHL at this point. I've seen the sample size, and when you look at Washington this year, it's like if you take Logan Thompson off of that team, man, like they're probably off to a way worse of a start than they already are, right? Just given the numbers and the
They won their
performances he's
first couple
had.
games too, right? Like they've been on a little bit of a they were on a little bit of a slide for a bit, but I mean they're at least they're 3-6-1 in their last 10, right? So like that's that's pretty bad after like a pretty good start, right? So they got to figure it out because like I don't know, like is Pittsburgh? We're gonna get into them. Are they like this legit? Like even Philly's looking pretty good too. So it's like they can slowly fall out of it. You know what I mean? If they get into a race where they're getting for a wild card spot and there's like they're just playing catch up all year. You know what I mean? That wouldn't be an ideal situation.
Mark, I want to ask you before we move on to Pittsburgh, what team scares you more right now, the Edmonton Oilers or the Washington Capitals?
Like scares me in accordance to like it not making the playoffs.
Yeah, based
Worry.
off how their season's gone so far and kind of what you think the rest of the season will look like.
Um, I would say honestly probably Edmonton.
Really?
Like maybe the Caps a bit. I'm just not really convinced the Pens and Flyers are gonna like keep it up. And it's like Washington. It's like if they can figure out their special teams, I think they'll be fine. Right? It's like, buddy, they have Ovi and they have like one of the worst power plays in the league right now.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that's really going to continue? Like, I'm not really convinced that's going to continue, right? They're getting really good goaltending too, right? At the same time. So it's like, I honestly think Washington's going to figure it out. I am more worried about the Oilers, I would say. I think there's a
See,
lot of concerns with them, dude, right now. Like, every position, there's a concern with the Oilers.
I'd say I'm almost more worried about the Capitals because it's like with them being seventh in the Metro right now, it's like they got a fair bit of teams are gonna have to jump over here to get in the playoffs. To be honest, it's looking like I think by the end of the season, it's gonna end up that the two wild card spots are gonna go to the Atlantic as they did last year, right? So then it's like you gotta finish top three probably in the Metro, and then it's like, do you really like Pittsburgh, Philly? Rangers, like one of those guys are gonna have to fall off, and even the Islanders, like the Islanders, have kind of looked all right here to start off the season, right? So I just think there's a bit more competition to get in the playoffs in the East and in the Metro division compared to the Oilers, right? Like I think the Oilers is going to be a lot easier to make it in as a wild card team compared to Washington, where it's like if you're Washington, like you kind of need to finish one, two, three, because most likely those two wild card spots are gonna go to the guys in the Atlantic Division, right? So I'd say I'm more scared for the Capitals.
So 3 weeks after you said the Detroit Red Wings are making the playoffs, do you still think they're making the playoffs?
I still think they're making the playoffs.
Okay. They've had a pretty rough stretch, dude, I'll say though.
And they've
Like
had
it
a rough
hasn't been
stretch,
pretty.
but it's all right, man.
Their goaltending's been bad though, man. I'm not been impressed with either of those guys right now. But okay. I mean, I kind of get what you're saying. I mean, it sounds kind of crazy because Edmonton has like the star power to turn it around and they are like 500. Like it's not really that bad, but I
Yeah,
don't know. I think it's just like I see Washington jumping Pittsburgh and Philly and getting themselves back into contention soon.
it's kind of crazy to think about when looking at the standings right now. Like, who would have thought that, given where we are in the season, if the playoffs were to start today, the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Washington Capitals, and the Florida Panthers all would not be in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. And then in the West, no Oilers either. I think that's pretty
Would
crazy to
be
kind of think.
Habs Flyers first round right now.
You'd love to see that. Let's stay in the Metro here and off to maybe one of the best starts of the season. It's the Pittsburgh Penguins. They sit third in the Metro, only 1 point away from the Carolina Hurricanes for the lead. Mark, the big question with these guys is can they keep this up?
Yeah, dude, they've been pretty impressive. Even in like some of the games, like they haven't been that great recently. That's kind of brought their record down and made them drop the standings a little bit. They're still sitting in third, but I think they're 1-3-1 in their last 5. But I feel like the games they've been losing, it's like they're not getting blown out, dude. Like they're in every game and it's pretty close, right? Like even that LA game the other night, or the other day, I think they were up 2-1. They ended up losing 3-2. Dude, they're first in the league in power play right now, and they're 7th in penalty kill. Yeah. Like that's freaking impressive, dude. Have you seen like that? Like it's like special teams index stat. Have you ever heard of that?
I believe I have seen it.
So it's like it's power play percentage plus penalty kill percentage, and if you're like over 100 for both of them, like the combined, if you're like good, and if you're like under 100, like you're like it's like below average, like you're not really good. Like Pittsburgh's at 84.3% on the PK and 35.7 on the power play. Like their special teams index is like off the charts. Like it's like over 120, and like 110 is like excelling really good, right? So their special teams is really helping them out a lot. Their 5-on-5 plays like maybe been bringing them down a little bit. It's definitely not been bad though. They're scoring like a pretty good amount of goals this year. I feel like I didn't think they were going to be able to. I felt like maybe their depth wouldn't have like provided a lot for them. But like they were getting a lot of production from Justin Brazeau before he got hurt. Like Mantha's been good too with Malkin. Man, one guy who's been really solid for them too is Ryan Shea on the back end. Yep. He's got 8 points this year. So I don't know, like some guys that you didn't really think that would probably like chip in and produce have been doing so and contributing to the success. And I will say like Jari was playing very well till he got hurt, and I think Seelov's for the most part has been pretty solid too.
Yeah, they got a great tandem right now there in Pittsburgh, and kind of what they're doing and how they're running it, where it's like Jari starts a game, Seelov starts a game, Jari starts a game, right? Like back and forth. I think when you're looking at the Penguins, it is a bit of a question, can they keep it up? Like I'm not sold that they're going to be a playoff team and this is a true identity of the Pittsburgh Penguins, but like, man, it has been impressive to see, right? It's like you're getting, because they're really getting contribution, as you mentioned, from guys all over the lineup. Like Anthony Mantha, he has 13 points right now in 17 games. After the last couple years of his career, like who would have thought that Anthony Mantha would be kind of a no doubt top 6 player in the league right now on a playoff team, right? Justin Brazeau, right? Like this guy in the OHL as an overager, led the league in scoring. He spent a lot of time in the minors, and he's been in the NHL the last couple of seasons. But like, man, he's a guy that's looks like he's really coming into his true self right now. The other guy that I want to mention that I think you might owe just a smidge of an apology to, Mark, is Ben Kindle. Right, Ben Kindle. A lot of heads were shaken when this guy was hearing his name called at the draft. How early he went. I know me and you were both kind of not the biggest fans of that Kyle Dubas masterclass, but like Ben Kindle, man, like 15 games into his career, he looks like he's like this is a guy that looks like he's going to be spending the year on the Penguins. I don't think this guy's going to get sent down. Do you think he's going to get sent down, Mark, or what do you think the Penguins kind of do with him?
No, yeah, you're right. I did rip it. Sorry, Ben. Sorry, Kyle. He looks really solid, dude. I didn't really think that he was kind of like physically mature enough to like take this on at this age. But I mean, he's kind of fitting in quite nice. If I had to say right now, I would say no, he's not. And I know he's already past the 9-game threshold, but like. The one thing I will say is like after the 9-game threshold, even if they're like content with burning a year, what matters next is the 40-game threshold, because that means he becomes a UFA a year earlier than scheduled, basically. So that's what teams will start to care about after. So I guess what I'm trying to say is like there's still kind of a big leeway of sample size before they really have to make a decision about it. And if he keeps on this trajectory, I would say he's probably not going anywhere. But it is pretty common, and I'm not saying it's going to happen with him, but like young players coming out of the gate sometimes look hot and then they go on like a slower stretch. Like one guy right now going through it, to be honest, even though he's playing well, is Emmett Finney. Like he came out of the gate hot and he like didn't have a point in 4 or 5 straight. Like it kind of happens, and it happens with regular NHLers, but sometimes it's the young guys, right? It's like they're after a while they're getting used to like everything, and it's like I don't know if it's kind of catching up to them, and they're not running on the adrenaline anymore. So I guess we'll see, but I don't think as of right now, I would say he's probably sticking out the full year and playing. He looks like a really solid player for them in the future. He's playing center too, and he played like more of the wing last year as well. Dude, one other guy I think's been playing really well for them defensively. He's been paired with Erik Karlsson is Parker Weatherspoon. He's been with the Bruins the past couple of years, like more as like a seventh guy, but played a decent amount of games last year because like the Lindholm injury.
Yeah.
He's been pretty good this year, pretty good defensively. So shout out to him. They've been a pretty solid team. I kind of agree though. I don't really know if they're gonna like. I hate doubting Sid and stuff, and I kind of hope they make the playoffs. Like because it'd be good. It'd be good for hockey. But I don't know if they're gonna keep it up. Like
I
it's
want to,
tough, and they're not gonna go out and add right. Like
and I want to follow up with asking you, like we know that Brian Rush, Rickard Rakell, kind of during the off season, those guys, their names were flying around everywhere, right? It's like, are they on their way out? Like Pittsburgh could probably get a decent little bit back for them, right? Like given the start that Pittsburgh has had, what do you think this kind of means for some of these guys that kind of were going to be on their way out up until now? Because now it's like, for me, I look at it, it's like if you're Kyle Dubas, like if you have a team coming, even if they want to give you a first and like a B prospect for Rickard Rakell right now, it's like if you're Kyle Dubas, like you can't like, how do you do that with this given the start that the Penguins have had, right? Like it's like Sid, Gino, like those guys would not be happy to see that. What do you think though this start kind of means for the Penguins kind of trade chips?
honestly, I think it's as simple as this. Because of Crosby and Malkin, you cannot be subtracting key players on your team right now to get future assets.
Yeah.
I think in the situation you're in, that's it's not that it's never going to happen, but I think it's on pause right now. I don't think there's any chance you can do it. Like it's just they're on trajectory to make the playoffs. You just kind of ride it out. You know what I mean? But at the
Yeah.
same time, I don't think they're really going to go out and be like adding key guys, right? Like that's not really what their future plans are. So,
S-
um,
I'm with you on that. I think it's like you each week you see where you are, right? It's like if Christmas comes around, the New Year comes around, you're sitting 5 points out of it. You kind of wait until after the Olympics and trade deadline. If trade deadline comes and you're still 5 points out of it, like you're probably shipping some of those guys off at that point. But for right now, I agree with you. It's like they're not going to go out and buy, but it's you're also not going to go out and sell because how can you do that when you have Gino and Letang and Crosby on that team, right? Mark, I want to move on to the games part of the episode. So I got a player here in my mind, and I'm gonna give you a minute 30. So I'm just gonna have to pull up my timer here. I'm gonna give you a minute 30, and you're going to have to uh, guess this player. And we've done this before, so you know the rules here. Let me know when you're ready and when you want to guess this player.
okay, sounds good. Ready to go.
Okay, timer starts now.
Okay. What conference?
Western Conference.
Um, Central Division?
No.
Forward?
Yes.
San Jose?
No.
Anaheim?
Yes.
Leo Carlson.
Yep. 35 seconds. You got it in today.
Wow.
Did good, man. But yeah,
I was dialed in.
player today was Leo Carlson. I know we're not fully talking about the Ducks here, but man, like you're looking at the start that Bedard and Celebrini are off to, and how many people are kind of tune their horns there about those two players. It's like, dude, Leo Carlson, like he's having just as good of a start as those guys, and I feel like I'm barely like I feel like I'm barely hearing any of his name.
No, I know. He's been awesome, dude. You see, he has 25 points in 15 games. Like, he's off to an insane start. There's a bunch of guys in the Ducks that have been playing super well this year. But yeah, dude, it's crazy that him, Bedard, Celebrini, all top four in points right now with Nathan McKinnon. It's just like the young guys are taking over the league. So pretty impressive.
Oh, it's definitely impressive.
All right, Pascal, I've got my player. You got to guess it. You've got a minute and 30 seconds to guess it. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'm starting now. Western Conference,
Yes.
Pacific Division.
No.
Okay, they're in the Central. Forward,
No.
defenseman.
No.
So it's a goalie. Goalie in the Central. Connor Hellebuck,
No.
Jordan Binnington,
No.
Gustafson,
No.
Wallstead,
No.
Blackwood,
No.
Ottinger,
No.
Wedgwood.
No.
What teams am I missing right now? Soros,
No.
Annunen,
No.
Spencer Knight.
Yes.
50
I got
seconds.
50 seconds.
I think I
Fuck, I
named every
forgot how
goalie in
easy that
the.
I forgot how easy that was going to be after you specified division. But and I was like, man, you're going to get this even faster than I did, but
I named
no.
every goalie in the Central Division, man. Pretty much.
I should have just brought I should have did like Trent Miner or something, that Colorado goalie that played one game. That would have really thrown you off.
Well, as soon as it's goalie, it narrows it down, right? Because as soon as I have the goalie and what division they're in, it's like
I
well,
didn't
geez.
realize that it was going to be that easy. I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
right away. Dude, he's been awesome this year
Oh,
though.
I
Like,
know.
I feel like the Hawks, like they're like, yeah, Bedard and Azar are getting the spotlight, but like they've been letting in a lot of goals, dude, and he's been playing really solid. So
Yeah, it's definitely been impressive from what we're seeing from him. It looks like Chicago's got their future goalie here locked up. Mark, now we're gonna wrap up the episode with a little bit of NHL trivia guessing here. We did this last week, and I believe the week before. We'll do it again this week. Mark, I want to go. I want to guess first here. I want to guess first. So let me know what I'm gonna be kind of naming here, and we can get going
okay,
on it.
so I want you to name the last 10 Jack Adams winners.
Fuck me, dude.
Um,
It's gonna be so hard.
so So it's going to go back 11 years, though, because one guy has won it multiple times within the
Yeah,
last 10 years. So we're going back to 2015, even though 2016 would technically be 10 years from 2025. So you've got 90 seconds to do so. I'm so curious to see how you're going to do on this, to be honest, because I think it's harder than the Vesna one. So let me know when you're ready.
Terrible. I'm ready. I'm ready now.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, Bruce Cassidy. Has he
Yeah.
won one? Okay.
Yeah.
Sean Cooper.
Nope.
This list is already so stupid.
I don't think he's won one at all.
Has Jay Woodcroft won one? I feel like maybe
No.
no. Lindy Ruff,
Nope.
Mike Sullivan,
Nope.
Todd Peterson,
Todd Peterson. No, I don't even think I know who that is.
Rick Tocchet.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at 3.
No, you're at 2.
2?
Bruce Cassidy and Rick Tocchet. That's all you said.
Man, okay, 2.
You got 40 seconds.
Like Tortorella,
Yeah.
Quinville.
No. He won his cups earlier than that, dude.
Sheldon Keefe.
No.
No.
23 seconds.
Jim
Who won
Montgomery.
last year, dude?
Jim Montgomery.
Jim Montgomery won. Yeah.
Yep.
Who won it last year, dude?
Dude, I'm
10,
having a
10
brain fart on who
seconds.
won last year.
5.
Oh, Cardberry, Spencer Cardberry.
Yeah. Eh,
Okay,
you are
I think I got
done.
5.
So you got 25 Carberry, 24 Tocchet, 23 Montgomery, Daryl Sutter, 22 with the Flames, Brendamore, 21 with Carolina, 2019 Barry Trotz, and 2016 with the Caps, Bob Hartley, 2015 with the Flames, and
Never
Gerard
would have gotten
Gallant,
that.
2018 with Vegas. So you missed 5, but you
Yeah.
missed Barry Trotz twice. So
Not gonna lie, the Jack Adams is
5 for
tough,
10.
dude. The Jack Adams is tough because it's like half the time they don't give the award to the. You know what I mean? Like the fact that John Cooper
Yeah.
doesn't have a Jack Adams is fucking insane to me,
I
right?
thought
Like
Brendamore didn't have one, to be honest. I was kind of surprised when I saw this.
it's pretty much just an overachiever award at this point, right? It's like whenever team overachieves, that's whoever's going to get the Jack Adams. It's not necessarily like I don't think it's necessarily
Yeah, like
the
taken
best
if we
player.
went back even farther, like it's Patrick Waugh, Paul McLean, Ken Hitchcock, Dan
Yeah.
Biles. Lindy Ruff actually did win one, 2006.
See, I was thinking Lindy Ruff maybe the year he was with New Jersey there when they kind of broke through, but
You know who I thought won one when I was picking this was I thought Dave Hackstall won one with Seattle. Like that year
their
that
rookie
they
year, like their
the
first
year
ever
that
year.
they made the playoffs, like the second year.
Oh, the second
I
year.
thought he won it that year, and I was surprised when I didn't see his name on the
Yeah.
list.
Okay, Mark, I got my trivia here up in front of me. I will say though, before we start this, it's only 9 guys you're gonna have to name here. There's only 9.
Okay.
So not a full 10. I want you to name going back 3 seasons all the 50 goal scorers. So starting in the 2022-23 season up until last season, who's everybody that scored 50 goals? Timer starts now.
Okay, so Draisaitl,
Did it twice.
Matthews,
Matthews, yeah.
McDavid.
Yes.
Is a 60 goal season in there? Pasternak,
Yes.
um, Kucherov,
Nope.
or no? Um, McKinnon.
Yeah, he did it 2 seasons ago.
Um, did Kaprizov do it?
No.
Um, I'm blanking. Oh, Braden Point.
Yep.
How many is that?
You're at 6 right now.
Braden Point. And Eichel did not do it. Nylander did not do it. Rantanen?
Yep, Brandon did it in 2022-23.
I said Pasternak.
You're missing 2 and
Marner
both were
didn't
from
do it.
last season.
Oh, Sam Reinhart.
Yep. Or sorry, 2 seasons
Um,
ago. This one's the hardest one.
wasn't Kyle Connor. Jake Gensel? No, he didn't
Nope.
score 50.
One last guest here.
I'm so blanked. Jason Robertson.
No, Zach Hyman was the one you were missing.
Oh,
So you got all of them
crap.
except Zach Hyman.
Oh, crap. Okay.
I was gonna do the last 10, but then I was like, man, the last 10 is tough to do because then it's like Ovi, Kreider, both had 50 goals in 21-22, so then it would have been 11. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
we'll just go with the 9. Mark, speaking of Ovi though and 50 goal scores, I know you kind of want to talk about him a little bit here before we wrap up the pod.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Did you watch the Canes Leafs game last night or no?
No, I did
The
not.
Sunday game. So in the second intermission, they were talking about I forget who said it on the panel, but they said that when Ovi retires, they think that his number should be retired league wide.
Like Gretzky's.
I'm. What do you think about that?
It's tough, dude.
I feel the same way. I don't know what to think about it. And here's one thing that is driving me towards no, and it's kind of, it might sound stupid, but it's kind of big, okay? Imagine having to go to Cale Makar, potentially one of the best defensemen ever, and say, hey, dude,
Yeah.
you can't wear your number anymore.
Well,
like he actually might end up being one of the best defensemen ever, dude.
Well, and on top of that, like Cale Makar might end up having a better career than Alexander Ovechkin. Like I think Alexander Ovechkin, like the whole goal, he like he's the number one goal scorer of all time in the NHL. Like it's tough there, but then it's like if you're retired,
a lot of guys wear 8. I think that's what's the problem for me.
See it. I'm not even just looking at that. I'm looking at it as well. It's like, don't get me wrong. Like I'm not shitting on Ovi or anything here. Like the guy's had a phenomenal career, but it's like, I think most people would agree that Sidney Crosby has had a better career than Alexander Ovechkin.
You would have to retire Sid's number 2.
You have to retire Sid's number 2, and then it's like, let's say Colorado wins 2 more cups with Nate Dogg and Sid, you know what I mean? It's like, then do you get to a point where it's like, oh, now we got to retire these guys' number. Cale Makar switches to number 9, and now we're retiring number 9 as well.
It's not even like Lemieux's numbers retired, or like Mark Messier, or like Yager, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just weird because it's one guy, right? Like, so
it's one guy, and the one guy was like so far above and beyond everybody else. It makes sense. It's like with Ovi, don't get me wrong, like the guy's so good at goal scoring, but like overall career wise, I don't think you can say that he's so far above and beyond everybody else. I think if you do retire Ovi's number, then you maybe kind of get to a point where it's like there's gonna be too many debates of should this guy's number be retired. You know what I mean? It's like Sid, like he's had the better overall career than Ovi. Most people agree with that. If you're retiring Ovi's number, you got to retire Sid's.
Without a doubt, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no on that. I think you build the guy's statue. You do some other stuff for him. You know what I would say actually? Here's my very simple. Here's how you acknowledge Ovi without retiring his number league wide. You just change the Rocket Richard Trophy to the Alexander Ovechkin Trophy.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense, right?
You know what I mean? Like, you name a trophy after Ovi. That's what you do.
That's why I think the Selke should be the Bergeron now. He's won it the most amount of times. I feel like the only way you can take the name away is by doing it more than the guy who has the name on it.
Yep. I agree with you, man. I think just change the trophy to the Alexander Ovechkin Trophy, and that's his big recognition.
You just have the trophy, like him and his like wind up, you know, like from the circle. You know what I mean?
Dude, that would be such a sick trophy, man.
You know what I mean? Imagine winning that. Yeah. Even like Matthews taking it home, like holy fuck, like is the Ovi trophy, you know?
I'd love to see that. Overall, though, that's gonna wrap up today's episode. We covered a decent amount of teams. Next week we'll be probably covering some more teams. At some point here, Mark, we're gonna have to really dial in on the Olympic rosters talk, so we might have to do that within the next couple episodes. But for everybody tuning in, thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for more episodes.